All right, everyone, here we go with a Soulmate Journey update. One deck for the DM, one deck for the DF. Let's go. Most of you come to my channel are this. Well, let's shuffle on the DF right now. Randomly at the bottom is 10 Pentacles. I'll show you what's randomly at the bottom of theirs. Oh, look, a Knight of Wands. So good. Somebody here making some moves, huh? All kind of moves. Let's see. Shuffle on the DF. General reading may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Sleeps Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you are meant to find it. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. There's a whole playlist of these. Been tracking it since July of 2021. Okay? So go. Maybe you're somewhere else on the string of things. I don't know. But most of you, you're kind of here. This is kind of where the energy's at. You know, I can always get sort of mile markers and tell, but for a lot of you, especially if you've been here a while on my channel, you're pretty much right with it here. Let's see. DF, what do we get? What you got, universe? We already showed you 10 Pentacles. I got a 6 of Cups at the bottom. Somebody, and that doesn't surprise me with that, right? Return. Why am I getting Return of the Jedi and then I laugh? It's sort of like you expect I say Return of the Jedi, you expect like I'm going with the way the energy feels. Return of the Jedi, like I'm making a joke or something, you know, like it's a friend that thinks they're the shit and they're coming up. It's like, oh yeah, Return of the Jedi. It's just some child in a costume. I don't know what's going on here. What's the base energy? Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Crossed by the 6 of Cups. Let's get it on camera. I'm going to clarify that with the little animal deck. Queen of Swords crossed by the 6 of Cups. Just you're in a position in this energy where you're a little bit cold about your past. Think about what I just said. I don't joke about anything. It's not part of the energy. I read the energy through the way all energy readers do it, the way all real energy readers read energy, through analogies, through asking questions, through going down rabbit holes, etc. You know, funny little chuckles we give ourselves in our head, delight in the energy, and then see through it. I just made a joke. I got a friend coming up the driveway. Oh, Return of the fucking Jedi. Right, here we go. You know, somebody pretend that thinks they're the shit, but they're really kind of a moron sort of a thing. You're a little bit cold, a little bit cruel towards somebody in your past. You have a harsh view of them. Okay? Maybe distorted. It could be. But maybe it's true. Either way, through someone about your past, you've got a little bit of a harsh view. You know? Oh, don't be mean. Oh, I'm not being. Oh, I can be mean if I want to be. Oh, he thinks he's a Jedi. What the hell? He's walking around in a robe all day with a fake lightsaber. I mean, come on. You know, he don't even have a job. You know, I actually have a friend that does that. So I'm telling you a true story. It's Return of the Jedi. I know what it means when I say it. Hopefully you do. You got kind of a cold view, almost a cruel way of phrasing it about the past here, about a past person. Somebody else, on the other hand, is kind of glazing over things a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Bottom card is the 5 of Wands. That's crossing the center card I'm going to pull, which is red with the 6 of Cups. Okay? And it's like a mixed bag. It's sort of like me with that friend of mine. I'm mixed when they show up at the house. I am. I'm a little mixed. Am I happy to see them? Not really. You know, but I suppose, you know, whatever, it is what it is. What's on top? 10 Wands. What did I just say? There's something about the energy right now, and it came up a little bit in an energy weather update I did earlier, although that reading took a different route with the Justice card that it opened with. But there is a fear-filled tension in the environmental energy around us right now. For various reasons. It has to do with the soulmate cycle, but it also has to do with societal energies. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of hope, a fear-defeated hope kind of in the energy right now, and everybody kind of scratching their head about that sort of thing. It's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of tension here, right? It's very heavy. Very heavy. You're almost critical of yourself. I get it here a little bit, just like I just described to you about my friend. I'm critical. You're critical of yourself about your own thoughts about this person. It's tough to explain, but that's basically what it is. It's like, am I happy to see my friend dressed as a Jedi? Or maybe not. But you're critical of that. You're questioning, am I being mean? Am I being this? No. You're very cold about some soulmate connection you have here. Okay? Could be a runner, could be a family member you have a soul tie with. I don't know. What's the center card? It's crossed by this 5 of Wands. 10 swords. Look at these cards. They're all gray and gloomy. I'm drawn to the gray half of this one, the top half. The gray in the back here. The black and gray here. Charcoal gray. And the gray and the... And this is crossed by 5 wands. It's an energy of... you thought something was over, but it's not, and you resent the fact that you're even still thinking about it. That's the easiest way for me to describe this energy. Right? I can't believe, you say to yourself, critical of yourself, you say, I can't believe I'm even fucking entertaining this thought of this person. Isn't this over? So you get a little bit cold to it. Even though it might have been something that warmed your motherfucking cockles some time ago. Okay? Alright. Alright, maybe. I don't know. What's red with 10 wands? You can see the cards. I'm not making this shit up. The Chariot. It bothers you that you still think about this. This card, Cancerian energy, represents this soulmate cycle for me. Which Cancerian energy is the theme energy of this cycle. The North Node was in Cancer when this cycle began. That sets the theme. On my research, this being the 4th cycle I've looked at in my lifetime, happens every fucking time. This time, Cancerian themed energy. That's why it's so tough. Cancer is the cardinal fucking water sign. And there's a lot of fire energy in this on the DM side. They can't handle this. Oh, they're going to put out my fire. They're going to put, oh, true love going to put out my fire. I got all these pentacles and security. I don't want true love. That's why they ran. You know, that's why they keep coming up as King of Wands, Burger Kings, and all that. But anyway, this is stampeding. You're determined to not think about this. And in the process of doing that, it makes you think about it. You see? This is the way... People plant suggestions in people, right? You plant seeds in people. You say something that they're forced to dislike, that they don't want to think, that they're going to want to shut out. I don't even want to think about what that person said. Just the fact that they go into that gear means that you're going to live rent-free in their head, right? You know, you might be kicking me out of here, but let me just say, you know, you don't want to be roommates anymore, that's fine. But you got some smell issues. You leave them with that. They don't want to hear it. They're going to try to block it out. But believe me, they're going to be trying to find what part of them stinks. They're going to be sniffing their shoes when you're 5 seconds down the road. It is. This is stampeding in whether you like it or not. The advice is whoever this could be near future influence. Whoever this is that you find yourself getting cold about in the future and resenting the fact that you even still think about them. I thought I dealt with this person. Just allow yourself to think about it. Just relax. Don't try to fight it, okay? You can't stop a chariot, all right? You're not that powerful, all right? Not in this instance anyway, okay? And also, let me just say, you can feel however you want. Allow yourself to feel how you feel. Let me save you thousands in therapy right now. Just allow yourself to feel what you feel. If you feel called towards something from the past, allow it. Don't try to get all you do by putting up resistance is cause problems for yourself. That's all. 10 wands of problems. Okay? All right. Let's pull on the DM side. Let's give it a shuffle, shall we? All right. Let's give it the curly shuffle. Here we go. Let's do it. There's an old reference, huh? I'll tell you. The curly shuffle. My God. All right. Probably people too young to even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. DM. What do we get? Wow, this deck does not want to shuffle. This used to be one of my favorite decks. It's a good slapping deck. It's got some slap to it. It really does. And talk about slap. Here they come. 8 of Wands. Now, let's talk about the 8 of Wands. We talked about this. Did you watch my energy weather update from earlier? Did you? Did you hear what I said around the Justice card? I gave you a little lesson in watching tarot readings or pulling them. I talked about communication. We see the 8 of Wands, we automatically think communication. They're going to reach out. And this is where disappointment sets in. This is where I had to deal with thousands of people filled with false hope when I first got out here to YouTube. Well, so-and-so readers said that they were going to reach out and they never do. So why the fuck should I listen to you? I told them straight off. Because they're not going to reach. If it was that fucking simple, they would have done it a long time ago. This is a complex soulmate cycle. That's why I'm here. But communication comes in many different forms. It can come at you with information. The universe is binary. It just reads it a certain way. Okay? All this means is this person is sending, the reason you're thinking about this person, you're like, I thought I dealt with this, why am I, this person is basically calling you. I don't mean on the phone and talking to you. It might for a few of you. I mean this person is sending you information. Their soul is butt dialing you. You're thinking about them because they're thinking about you. Can I put it that way? So definitely don't beat yourself up about it. You are sending them repellent energy. Don't you fucking contact me, motherfucker. This whole thing screams, don't you fucking contact me, motherfucker. Right? The whole thing screams it. Absolutely. 10 wands of resistance. I'm going to put up my 10 wands. I'm cold. Oh my God. Stay the fuck away. The wagons are circling, right? But this is not necessarily in your face, reach out on the phone communication. They're sending you data in some way. And it's causing you to think about them, and you're getting cold about it because you're not sure you even want to think about this person anymore in these current energies. And it's fine. I'm telling you, that's okay. All right? So I have to point all this out because you see, people are conditioned here on YouTube to see an 8 of Wands and instantly assume it means their phone's going to ring or they're going to get an email. Do not ever, with any reading, assume that. This is a binary universe we're in. It's our brains that put the gray area there. It's zeros and ones. Yes, no, good, bad, white, black, blah, blah, blah. There are no gray areas. Our brains put them there. We make through assumptions, things we infer, all that. All right? Just trying to help you. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands crossed by the 8 of Wands. Yeah. I mean, sure. There's fire. We talked about wands on this side. You got water on this side, right? We talked about the Cancerian theme cycle, the cardinal water sign. A lot of fire on the DM side. There it is. Double wands. I didn't know those were going to come out. I did have a Knight of Wands already randomly at the bottom. But yeah, there's a lot of fire here. Somebody is sending you data like crazy. And I know that because all I see, and it's not just how I laid the cards, is that somebody's probably dreaming about you. Somebody you thought you were done with, somebody you thought you were done talking to. This definitely jives with the energy weather update I had coming up. You sent Jimmy to the store to get beer, forgot you did, and like, what the hell, whatever happened to Jimmy? We've all been to parties like that. Well, I know I have, where we sent somebody out, we completely forgot, hours went by and they're still not back. And somebody says, whatever happened to so-and-so? And you start laughing about it and joking about it. And then you think in the back of your mind, oh shit, is this going to be a 2020 special? Right? Is What's-His-Face going to open the show? We open tonight with a story. Right? Oh God. Oh no. Right? Well, this person here, they're just focused on you. And you are meeting that focus with cold, just combative energy. All right? Okay, let's clarify. Let's clarify their side. I don't think this is direct communication. I'm trying to tell you that. I don't want any bullshit false hope. Could be for a few of you, but for the majority of you, this is somebody here who now is thinking about you. Now, in the energy weather update, it came out as the Empress. The reason that person returns is because you're thinking about them. Yeah, it's a feedback loop. But we're learning more here. We're going deeper. Sure, you are thinking about them and you're a little bit cold to it. The Empress, the DM side. Or the DF side, excuse me. The DM side, but you're thinking about them because they're thinking about you, which in turn causes you to think about them, which in turn causes them to think. It's feeding itself. Okay, that's all. And because this feels a little negative to me, negative energy feeds itself, so it's already got its own food source built in. You don't need to have a conversation with this person to keep it going. See what I'm saying? Positive energy needs to be fed. Negative energy doesn't. That's why we like stories. That's why we like stories about our heroes that fall and things along those lines. All right? It is what it is. All right. Let's go. Ace of Wands. Why is it here? Tell me about it. So yeah, the energy weather update is right. The Empress is entertaining this energy, which is causing this energy to want it more, because the Empress energy is very attractive. But it started with them. You're just feeding it. Allow yourself to feel it. I mean, it's fine. You're getting something that benefits you, brings you some kind of justice. We learned that from the energy weather. All my readings tie together. I'm just following the flow of energy. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Let's go. Tell me about it. We'll go a little deeper in a second. Okay? We will. We'll see what's under each of these. Huh? Okay? All right. 4 of Wands is their bottom card. You had 5 Wands, by the way. They got 4. That sounds like a step back to me, but this is a better card, isn't it? In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. Not all, because 5s are where change happens. Sometimes we have that blow. I gave the example of a roommate threw you out. You tell them they stink before you leave and all that kind. You help that person. That's where change happens. Their next roommate won't have to deal with that fucking stank. Right? All right, there you go. 4 of Wands crossing their center card, which is red with 8 Wands. I think this person's dreaming about you and what would have happened. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I think so. What's on top? Yeah, I'm right. I'm totally right. Look at her. Look at her. She thinking about me. Right? I know who that is. That's Annie. I know. I know who it is. That's a girl from my past. She used to have a haircut just like that. Anyway, I think it's called a... I think she called it a bob. I called it a bowl. But anyway, whatever. I don't really know. I'm not a hair guy. I don't know. But yeah, somebody dreaming about what could have been. What could have been. Center card. The moon. But what wasn't. Thinking about the things they were afraid to do. And I think that's why you go cold on it. This energy comes in. Look. Somebody over here thinking about the things that they were too afraid to do. The love they never shared. It's my Queen of Cups underwater. Right? And that energy comes from here. It's got a lot of fire attached to it. It comes over here. Right? And you just dump buckets of fucking water. Major arcana water on it. And you're like, I can dig it. You get really cold to it. Because it always is. It's always one of those things. Yeah, you should have. There's an energy as it flows from here to here. Somewhere in between, some resentment picks up. And that's why you get called to it. And that's perfectly okay. I'm telling you, it's fine. Okay? It's fine. There's a lot of DMs in this cycle, this side of this soulmate cycle, that are going to have to live with the things they didn't do. They're going to have to live with that regret. Why is it? What's red with the 2 of Wands? See? Look, I can't make this stuff up. Okay? Just look at the card I just pulled. If that's the kind of shit that blows my mind with tarot. It really is. It's the kind of shit that freaks me out, you know? Because I'm not that good. I'm not that lucky with cards or with scratcher tickets and the lottery or anything like that. And I just pulled that. I just got done telling you they're going to have to live with it. It's Kurt Cobain in pain or Peppermint Patty. I don't want to alienate anybody. But whatever you want to do, it's right there. I mean... yeah, this is what you're picking up on. And you got kind of their woulda, coulda, shoulda, the love that was underwater, and you gotta, yeah, and that's what you get. Right? That's sort of the attitude over here. It's cool. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. So that's where we're at with that. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. I think it's a victory for you. I got 6 Wands randomly at the bottom. I don't know if the universe wants to talk about you or them here. I'm going to pull 3 cards and a crossing card. All right, just like this here. Okay, let's see. What else you want to tell everybody? I mean, that's unreal. Always blows my mind, tarot. It really does. You don't need the tarot cards. You could do it with just post-it notes or whatever. If you give the universe, if you give the energy around you a medium, it'll always work for you. It will. It'll always work. The energy around you is always trying to talk to you, always trying to lead you somewhere, always trying to balance energy. Human beings are always trying to knock energy out of balance. That's why the energy around us is talking to us. We let our brains get in the way. We create gray areas, and gray areas do not compute. And, you know, that's why a lot of scientists think this is just a computer simulation. The math works on it. The math very much works. We are very much inside a binary universe, you know. And we're creatures that fuck it up. We're almost like a virus, if you will, in a way, inside a computer. We fuck it up a little bit. All right, let's see where we go. But it's all right. So it's always trying to tell us, hey, go that way. Or, hey, do this. What's going on? People just don't listen, that's all. All right. What else you want to tell everybody? I don't know if this is you or them. It's a 9 of Wands at the bottom, crossing the center card I'm going to pull. I honestly don't know. 7 of Wands. Oh, it wants to talk to you. 8 of Pentacles. Oh, it does. I know you thought it was going to be over. Oh, no. And red with the Seven of Wands is the Knight of Swords. Look, it's up to you what you do here. This reaction, I want you to feel how you feel. Okay? Whatever it is. Whoever this is, it's probably tied to the person, if it's a person for you, or thing that came up in the earlier energetic weather update, the one I did earlier today. Okay? I feel it's the same energy. It's the same type of thing. Your reaction to this energy is quite cold. It is, and I told you this, it's sort of creating a barrier, if you will, a wall. So if you do want to hear from this energy, definitely allow yourself to feel what you feel, but tell the universe that it's okay. In other words, try to lighten up a little bit if you want to hear from this energy. If you absolutely don't, if you keep this wall in place, you will block it. You will absolutely block this energy from coming in. Right now, this energy here, whoever this is having a hard time not thinking about you because of the feedback loop I talked about. Because of the Empress that came up in the energy weather update that's hard to resist, right? Remember I gave some kind of analogy where you called them up and they were like, oh, I'm busy talking to somebody here. I'll come back with the beer when I get back. Right? And then you start talking about how well I'm taking my clothes off. And all of a sudden, they're very interested in coming back real quick. Your energy is fueling a lot of this. All right? So keep that in mind. So you're in control. The DF side's very much in control of what happens here. Very much. I said we're going to look under these, and we are. I'm going to look under yours. Underneath the Six of Cups is the Four of Wands. That matches with a card over here. Underneath there, Eight of Wands is a Nine of Swords. Again, that matches with all of this over here. You know, there's a lot of anxiety here. This energy is very afraid to approach you. It's much safer to stay in the dream world over here. To think about the woulda, coulda, shouldas. It's much easier to just dream about what might have been than actually get up off your ass, get in the elevator, and go downstairs and go get it. Okay? Keep that in mind. So again, your energy here, this tells me that you actually are in a match with them. You wouldn't mind to try again. If that's the case, allow yourself to feel this. Be pissed at yourself for entertaining it, but you're only entertaining it because the energy's there and it's coming your way. All right? So if you do want it, if you do want communication from this side, tell the universe that you want it. Match up with that Four of Wands. Get in a, even if it's cold, get yourself in a woulda, coulda, shoulda type energy with this as well. That will align the two frequencies along this Four of Wands of woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? And it's more likely to bring them to you. Like energy attracts like energy. What do I mean by that? Well, how can I be cold and still? It doesn't matter. You want to line up your two Four of Wands. You want those two frequencies to match. Like energy attracts like energy. So whether you're thinking, oh, so they're thinking, oh, wouldn't it have been nice to walk this and it's all warm and fuzzy and Ace of Wandsy and fucking passion and all that stuff. That's their Four of Wands. Your Four of Wands might be, yeah, it would have been nice, but we'd have fought all the time, this fucker. Yeah, sure, it would have been nice, but where the fuck was this fucker? Why didn't they fucking come in? Doesn't matter. You're still lining up with walking a path. You're still thinking about the path you would have walked. Whether it's negative or positive, you're still lining up. So we've got two, we got to match. You've got to match your Four of Wands with their Four of Wands if you want them to reach out. If you don't, just allow yourself to feel through it and know that this person's thinking about you. That can make you feel good. That alone can bring a message of change if you wanted to. Okay? It's these two cards together, the Seven of Wands with the Knight of Swords. It's an energy that's trying to happen. It's up to you whether it happens or not. It's building up a lot of potential energy. Once you remove any blocks you have to it, it comes in. Once you line up your two Four of Wands, it comes in. In the meantime, while they're sending out energy and you're feeling it is cold, they're getting more and more anxious and nervous about communication. That's multiple birds in the air. That's someone nervous to communicate. Okay? So keep that in mind. 9 swords under 8 wands does not a conversation make, usually. All right? So it's up to you. I'm telling you the secret to doing it. You just got everything you want is already there. Everything. You want to be a big celebrity? It's already there. The energy's there. You want to talk to this person? It's already there. You just got to bring your frequency up to that frequency. You just got to line up the frequencies. That's all. You just got to match its frequency. Like energy attracts like energy. End of story. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Be sure and watch the earlier energetic weather update. It definitely applies here. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, everybody who watches. Good luck.